Why hello there, Awesome Soul here, and it has finally dropped. The Fast and Formidable update is upon us. Unfortunately though, I have not had the most time today to actually play this update. So, what you see before you is quite literally the only match I've played of the update. So, take that into consideration when I give my opinions on this update. This is essentially a first impressions style video. So most of my time today was spent in my garage bay, fiddling around with my bots and actually removing the power booster, which I believe now is called the weapon power module. I removed that from pretty much all of my bots because I tested it in practice mode and also in AI bot mode, and it just doesn't really seem worth it. Maybe it's because they're on really super bulky high CPU bots and I'm just not used to it. So maybe the power booster, I really need to change that. It's the weapon power module. I'm not gonna get used to that for a while, I guarantee it. But yeah, I could possibly see it fitting around mid-range CPU, working for something really bursty like plasma. I could see being incredibly powerful with it. And speaking of being incredibly powerful, a lot of people have been saying, well, not a lot, but a few people, at least I've seen, have been posting like pictures and images of like, oh, welcome to the new meta, and it's just a single gun with hovers around it, and like a chain gun, for example, or a mega plasma. And I mean, yeah, it's cool and all, but one, that does cost a fair bit of CPU in itself, so you're not going to have like rock bottom power usage. And on top of that, if somebody basically sneezes in your general direction, your bot is toast. And I'm sure you've probably seen either now or at least later in the video, when the bot I'm piloting, which is called the Mantis, by the way, it's not on the store, but I might do that at some point when I have some more time. But yeah, when it comes to taking damage, this thing, even at, I can't quite remember, I think it's 647 CPU, so even then that's pretty damn low. But this thing cannot take hits at all, especially from that little low CPU flyer that was up in the air, bugging the hell out of pretty much everyone on the team, with an insane amount of plasma volleys. So, low CPU bots versus low CPU bots is a very interesting matchup, because if another low CPU bot gets the jump on you, and you're playing a low CPU bot, you're basically done. There is no recovery from this. So what I can see happening is land ships possibly making a comeback. At the very least, other high CPU bots basically forming a wall, like the front lines, and then you've got your low CPU bots behind them, basically acting as the damage dealers, which was sort of intended from this update. So overall, first impressions of the update. I'm not entirely sure yet. As I said at the beginning of the video, this really isn't the best time for me to test it. I was quite busy today. So this is sort of speculation as to what the update is going to be like. And I mean, it's speculation on everyone's part because the new meta is completely forming. At the very least, that is something I like about the update. The game has always been build, drive, fight. And a lot of people seem to forget the build part because everyone's just like, oh my god, my bots don't work anymore. And they're sort of wondering why a massive overhaul didn't cater to literally every single bot type and making every single bot type completely viable. A lot of my bots have broken. I'm quite sad by that, but you know, it's build, drive, fight. And with these massive overhauls, it gives you a new reason to build, a new reason to tinker, a new reason to test things out. Because with this update, I know it's sort of a big, massive change and people don't like change, but the fact that you can tweak little things about your bot and it just gives a whole lot more freedom. Now it's not just like, okay, you gotta use this cookie cutter build and you have to go with this much CPU. Now it's like, okay, do I want to be 900 CPU or do I want to be 1200 CPU and add this module in or something like that? You know, it's all about trade-offs and whatnot. Now, I'm sure there are things that need to be tweaked. I'm not quite sure what they are because I haven't had the most time to test this update out. But yeah, things will be ironed out, as a few of the devs have talked about on Twitter. They're making balance changes, and those will be coming soon. So, with that, I would like to know your thoughts and opinions on the update. Are you enjoying it? Do you hate the change? Do you like the change? Are you sort of neutral on the change? What kind of interesting bots are you making? And with that, I guess I will leave the video right here. I, of course, have been the Awesome Soul. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.